In fact, my name's Craig Children of the Independent on Sunday.
I'm Martin Bain Jones of the Daily Telegraph. Coming right at you, all over your face. That's come out slightly wrong, hasn't it?
Check it out now, right about now. The Armstrong and Miller Show on 4. Not Channel 4, never that, 4.
And so, we have the body of one Lorenzo Picattini, a hairdresser of Savile Row, London. We have the weapon with which he was killed, a pair of Picattini's own hairdressing scissors. What we don't have is a murderer. I would like to ask you all to remain behind until I've had the chance to question each one of you. Because Signor Picattini made himself an enemy. Indeed, someone within these 4 walls wanted that hairdresser dead at any price. The question is who and why.
Coffee will be served in the library. Hello.
So, Matthew, are your intentions towards our daughter strictly honourable?
I hope so.
I hope not.
Geoffrey!
No, I'm a bit nervous, but I think it's very exciting. Exciting times.
Smashing, both of you. Smashing. We're very happy.
We're very pleased. It's lovely.
Excuse me, sir. Would you mind opening your coat?
Sorry?
What on earth do you mean by this?
In-store security, sir. Reason to believe this gentleman has goods on his person for which he's not paid.
This is outrageous.
All the same, sir, would you mind opening your coat?
Oh, come along, Matthew. You might as well do what he says, and then we'll go and see his employers about all this.
I'd rather not.
There's obviously been some sort of misunderstanding. Let's just get it over and done with, shall we?
Well, I don't know where they came from.
Down and I shot our first footy match on Saturday. It was fantastic, you know. The excitement, the atmosphere, the crowd.
But you know, when you're in a big crowd like that, it's very easy to criticise. It's much harder to say something constructive.
Tony Adams may be an effing donkey. I don't know enough about it to say. What I do know is players have feelings too.
So maybe next time you're in a big crowd and you want to scream abuse at a player, would you do something for us? Would you try screaming something nice at him?
Make going to the match a better experience for everyone.
Think about it.
And just cast an eye at some of the other events coming up throughout the afternoon. 5:30, we're very lucky to have a police marksman from Bishop's Haston Constabulary. He's going to be positioning himself on top of the gymnasium, picking people off throughout the afternoon. So do stand in an open space, show your support for that.
Well, I've obviously been set up.
Well, of course he has. That's quite obvious. Of course he's been set up.
Yes, it's obvious.
Who set you up then, sir?
One of my enemies.
One of your enemies?
Well, Matthew's got plenty of enemies. Perhaps someone at work.
There's a chap at work who really wants my job. And I'm in computer inputting.
Well, there we are. There's clearly some sort of feud going on.
What's this man called then, sir?
The Baron. Okay, come on, guys. Group huddle. Group huddle. Come on, Dave.
Just coming.
So you reckon Trudy will let you kiss her when you say goodbye?
You kidding? She'd lame if he was going to Austin.
Hey, that's my sister you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stand there and let her do what she feels like.
Dave, be right there.
Okay, guys. T-minus 2 hours. If everything's okay, I'm going to be back in half an hour to escort you to the shuttle, and then we'll... Dave, where is your spacesuit?
I put it in here this morning. It's just gone. I definitely had it, sir.
Jesus Christ, Dave. Well, you're just going to have to go up in your underpants.
But, sir...
No buts, Dave. You're doing it in your underpants. Any complaints, and I'll have all of you running around the launch site.
So basically, it's all down to this Baron.
And this will be the fellow with the monocle and the dueling scar.
Yeah, and he wears a cape. As I understand it, the Baron envied this gentleman's computer inputting job, so he's trying to destroy him in the eyes of polite society.
Right. And do we have an address for this Baron?
He's got a special operations centre beneath the sea.
Thanks very much. Well, I don't see any reason to detain you any longer, sir.
Oh, thank you, officer. That really is a relief. Listen, Jeff, Annie, I'm really sorry about all this. I'm sorry to have had to put you through it. It's just so embarrassing.
I think nothing of it. It's this bloody Baron.
And you shouldn't be embarrassed, because if you are, then the Baron's won.
Well, thanks, Jeff. Thanks, Annie. You've been really supportive. What would really pull one over, actually, on the Baron would be perhaps if I were to keep this.
Oh, yeah, you should definitely do that.
Yeah, you might want to put it in a bag.
I can have some great stories to tell you when I get home. I want you to look after Mommy, okay?
Okay, Dave, we've got your wife and kid. Keep it short.
Hi, honey. You're looking real well.
Daddy, some of the big kids at school keep saying you're an idiot. One of my teachers said you were
incompetent.
Yeah.
Listen, Mikey, just because a guy forgets his spacesuit a couple of times doesn't mean he's an idiot. Why, we astronauts are always forgetting things, huh, guys? All the time. You see?
Oh, Dave.
Coming up in 20 minutes, on the all-weather pitch, guess the weight of the homosexual. Mr. Davis from the maths department very kindly volunteered once more for that event this year to go along and show your support for guess the weight of the homosexual.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Radio Jeans coming at you 24/7 from the floor of Jeans West 1 in London. Inside. You know, I'm sorry, but, this is me. This is what I do. I don't know how to do this any other way. Now, if you want someone else, fine, get someone else. Fine. I wouldn't have a problem with that. But, if you get me, you get my show, and I have to do it my way, and I will not be bloody compromised. I'll not be dictated to by some stuffed shirt in the back office who doesn't know about how to run a radio station. I mean, at the end of the day, when this works, it works in a very... It's simple. The people out there, they get into what I'm doing in here, and if they can get into what I'm doing here, then that puts me into a unique position to be able to turn them on to what's happening into the store. And we're doing some fantastic stuff at the moment with stonewash fabrics. If you think I mean just denim, I don't. A lot of our non-denim fabric has now been given a stonewash treatment. Do check that out, actually, if you get a chance. Plus, next week we've got a fantastic 3-for-2 offer on men and women's 501 cuts. I mean, this really is the first place for jeans. I mean, I say that in the show, this radio, Jeans West 1 is the first place for jeans. But to make this show, I bloody well have to have artistic freedom. I can't stress that enough.
Well, Roger, I have to say, I'm speaking for all of us, and I say that is certainly one of the most audacious plans for escape ever placed before this committee, so well done. But I'm afraid the 14th's out of the question. Plenty of others in the queue before you.
Oh, but sir, technically it's not an escape at all, because, and this is the beauty of it, I won't have to leave the confines of the camp. I simply want to use my time machine to travel back in time and kill Hitler.
Yes, Roger, the time aspect of your escape. I don't want to be the lone voice of reason here, but you have to understand from the point of view of basic physics, time travel simply isn't possible. I mean, even on a rudimentary level, think about it. One couldn't change the past without it changing the present. So without going into too much detail, that's why it would be impossible to travel back in time and kill Herr Schnitzer and stop his insane persecution of the Celts.
And even if it were possible to travel back and kill Maurice Chevalier and halt the rise of Luxembourg, who's to say another even worse dictator wouldn't take his place? And what would King Ian say about that?
With respect, sir, I know for a fact you're wrong.
Look, say you invent a machine at time t1, travel back to time t0. Since time t0 precedes time t1, your machine will have existed prior to its invention, which is an impossibility. And that's why I think sandwiches are far preferable to a finger buffet.
Sorry, what are we talking about?
But it is possible to travel forwards in time.
Well, yes, theoretically, I suppose. One could travel to the future at time t2, then return to the instant of travel t1, where t2 is one of the many possible futures of t1. However, such a machine would have to be incredibly precise, capable of shifting an infinite number of possible futures. I think you'd have to admit it's a fairly distant likelihood.
So, Roger, on this occasion, I'm afraid I'm going to have to say no.
Well, I have to say I disagree, but I respect your authority on this matter. I'll get back to digging a tunnel.
Oh,
This'll be a help.
I'd like to take a break for a moment from the show to make an announcement. It's got to the point really where the differences between myself and Radio Genes are far too entrenched to bridge the gap. So as of this afternoon, I'm bowing out of the Genes daytime slot here on Radio Genes.
But yeah, that all looks fine on the Stonewash. Yeah, they're all great.
Just remains for me to say...
Yeah, no, I have actually. Yeah, I tried a couple.
If you're looking for elegance in a more casual mould, why not check out the wide range of chinos and press cottons on the second floor?
All right, then. Well, listen, I'll expect to hear from you sometime maybe Friday.
Right, coming up on the top field at 3:30, we've got Gypsy Rose Lee taking on all comers. 50p for oral, 75p full works, that's it, front backwards, etc. That's very reasonable, I'm sure you'll agree, so do show your support for that. Mr. Cackleworth has just reminded me it's 40p for in the gob as well, so do take advantage of that.
Martin and I are here being frightfully clever in a desperate attempt to raise the tone of the show, and indeed the channel.
That's right, Channel 4, train spotting, choose life in your face. What we're doing when we're Armstrong and Miller, yo daddy, yo daddy.
Yo daddy indeed, yes, but let's not get too carried away, Martin, because of course, yo daddy, your daddy, is of course the Bishop of Colchester.
Yo, Bishop of Colchester daddy, tibi laus, tibi gloria, tibi gratiarum, yo. And your daddy, he drives a black cab, doesn't he? Yes. Actually, a funny thought's just occurred. His job's not a million miles away from your job, is it, actually? After half an hour of him banging on, though, you might actually have got somewhere. That's...
Yes, that's actually quite clever.
I say, there seems to be an awful lot of policemen on board. Police? Yes, they're checking everyone's papers. I wonder if they're after the chap that committed that dreadful murder.
Anything in here, Sergeant? No, sir. Just a handsome young man kissing a vicar.
Oh, right, I guess we can make jokes about that now, can we? Great.
If you must know, some of my best Jews are gay. Sorry.
Think about it.
Actually, I got that wrong. I'm not sure how informative that is now.
Previously on Force on the Case.
Jack, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
Because I'm my own man. Because I don't do things by the book.
Jack. Because you were sacked for being an alcoholic.
Let's imagine his name's Hirsch, and he runs the bookshop next to mine. Go on, Chuffy, let's go and get a drink.
There's no one there, Jack.
So what do you make of it then, Chuffy? There's no two ways about it. There was a group of policemen. They're by a river. There's something in a body bag. Whichever way you look at it, it's your classic murder. The question is, though, Chuffy old thing, who did it and why? You're drinking that. Suit yourself.
Anything, Sergeant? No, sir. Just some naked young men flicking each other with towels.
Well, it's just one thing after another, really. We've had threatening phone calls, we've had excrement through the letterbox, and this morning, when we got here, there was disparaging graffiti sprayed all over the window. Oh, yes, well, there's no doubt in my mind at all, officer. It's almost like he wants us to know it's him.
Chuffy, 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 Chuffy. Let's go over this one more time. Say I'm the victim. I get pulled out of the river. Not any old river, mark you. The River Cam in Cambridge. So perhaps I study there. Or perhaps I live there because I want to. Whatever the reason I'm here, somebody somewhere wants me dead. Why? Me, Jack Force. I mean, I'm no trouble to anybody. Haven't got any enemies. All I'm trying to do is to run a decent antiquarian book shop. Wait a minute. Chuffy, my God, we don't have much time to lose. Come on, you coward! Time to face the music, huh? Show you what happened me at the bottom of the lake as well. What's that, Chuffy? Quick thinking. What do you know about books? Ah, Columbo, thank God you're here. He's probably trying to escape round the back now. If you're quick, you'll catch him. Get off me! What are you doing? Run, Chuffy!
Charles, you'll just have to give me a cue. I just can't look at it, Charles. I'm getting a migraine. Yet, gets me there, just right behind the eyes.
Oh, you're watching Channel 4. There now follows an appeal on behalf of Colm Hardy House.
Hello, my name's Philip Harris, and I'd like to take time out for a minute or two to talk about this beautiful place behind me, Colm Hardy House. Established in 1956, Colm Hardy House has been a women's refuge for nearly half a century. In these enlightened times, it may seem distressing to think that women need a refuge of this kind, but you only have to spend a moment here to see that the service provided is indispensable. Only here can these women be safe from the distress they've suffered in the outside world and learn, once again, to trust society. But of course, a specialist institution like this can't survive without your help, and Colm Hardy House is reliant on your donations, so please, dig deep. I'm joined by Sarah Nixon. Sarah is a counsellor here. Sarah, just what is it about these women that's so fucking annoying? Sorry, no. We can't say that, can we? No. I'm not going to even dignify that with a response.
Have you seen a man about this tall? He is wearing a grey suit and is very handsome.
Yes, I think I have seen the man you're describing. He left about 5 minutes ago, headed in that direction.
Thank you. You have been most helpful.
Vicar, you've been an absolute treasure.
I don't know why I've helped you like this.
Oh, I think you do.
Well.
Right, lovely. Now, he normally goes to bed about 8 o'clock. We normally let him stay up and watch the Bill on Thursday, but any time after that, don't let him muck you about.
Right, okay.
Now, there's plenty of food in the fridge, so if you get hungry, do help yourself. And beer. Tony thought you might like some beer.
Thirsty work, babysitting ages.
Oh, fine, yes.
Yes, so there's quite a lot. I'll show you. Now, we couldn't get it all in the fridge, I'm afraid, but once you've got halfway through, just pop down to the cellar and put another 20 or 30 bottles in to chill. A few cases of quite nice wine down there as well, so do get stuck in. And obviously the vodka's in the freezer, should you run out. Now, if you do get completely shit-faced, don't be afraid to chunder away pretty much where you stand. Some smack in the bottom drawer of the cupboard. It's a bit old, but if it is a bit stale, then there's plenty of Coke in the tea caddy so you can snort away to your heart's content. Tony, has the whore arrived?
She's in the spare room, darling.
I thought you might be feeling a bit randy later on, so we've got a whore for you upstairs. Well, actually, we've got a couple, because we weren't quite sure if you were gay or straight, so we got one of each.
I'm straight, actually.
Oh, that's lovely. Well, just get the other one to do the washing up or something. OK, now, what else? There's chocolate, as I say, booze, drugs, whore, keys.
Ich kann ihn nicht sehen. Aber wo ist er? Ian is nicht here. Kommen Sie! So.
Hello, my name's Philip Harris, and I'd like to take a break for a second just to talk about a cause which I'm sure you'll agree is an extremely worthwhile one. Since its establishment in 1972, Whelan's House has become a leading centre for special needs kids. We boast the country's largest indoor riding complex for those with special needs, and 2 years ago we set up the internet's first online therapy and advice network, now accessed by millions worldwide. But of course, these things can't happen without your help, and the Whelan's Foundation is entirely dependent on your donations. So please, lend whatever support you can and dig deep, because these kids really need your help. Take the example of Martin. Martin's only 4 years old and already shows real signs of becoming extremely... Sorry, what is the word we now use?
Oh my God. It's gonna piss down. It's going to piss down. What part of piss down don't you understand? Look, it's gonna chuck it down. Water from the sky falling on the ground. Water, wet. Those were taken in Mexico in '92. Look at it. Pissing down. That, gentlemen, is what it's going to be like. Maybe not quite that bad. But any way you look at it, it's going to piss down!
With all due respect, we've been tracking this weather system for the last 48 hours, and as far as
You mean you knew? You've done nothing!
Yes, but our satellite information suggests that the entire front will move into the Atlantic. There might be some localized showers in the Scillies, but really nothing more than that.
Oh, you stupid twats.
Get indoors, everyone! Get indoors! Get indoors!
Oh my
Let's have a look.
Oh, it's all right. We're not too wet.
Darling! Oh, thank God you're safe. I've been so worried about you. Where have you been? I was looking through a shop window and I turned around and suddenly it was pissing down.
Are you going to be my new daddy?
How's Arlo? I was just going to say, we're all going off for something to eat.
Great.
You fancy coming?
Yeah.
Do you want to know where it is?
Actually, look, I'll be honest. We've got to do this show again tomorrow. If only we weren't doing it, then I'd be with you like a shot, but we are. And so I think I might just have to bow out. Sorry.
OK, well, if you change your mind, just give us a call on the mobile.
Yeah, right.
See you.
David, hi, it's Andrew again. Yeah, this is really weird, but I think I've just had that bloke in my room again. Yeah. Well, I've definitely had someone in, yeah? Bit spooky, actually. He seems to know all about me, that sort of stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I would appreciate that. Thanks. Cheers.